the 20th of February. That's 15 minutes with Rudi Lickwood and DJ Countryman. That's myself. It's an early morning tiz was for adults.
15 minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudi Lickwood. Saturday morning mayhem with two entertainment heavyweights.
Morning, darling.
Hey everyone. Hey Push.
So I can ask.
My internet's awful.
Join them with interviews.
What about them telephones? Come on.
Comedy and quizzes.
Okay.
Somebody was born in Harlem.
DJ Willie, 254.
Like from the same race, but one family. You got to start what kind of blood do you see? Just say I love you and you for me.
Said hi twice, goodbye. Said hi 3 times.
You God.
Sound the
He's gone, man.
15 minutes with Rudi Lickwood and DJ Countryman. Saturday mornings, gonna be the same again.
On that day, believe it or not, I'll be featuring Jasmine Dale. She's the hair educator and COE and founder member of Hearts of Talent. Okay, that's a platform that unlocks and unleashes artistic skills in song, dance, music, spoken word, and filmmaking. And that's this is going to be a massive competition that's taking place. Comedian Peter Francis will also be joining us. He'll be talking about his latest book launch, Tell Us About the Consequences. So why not come in and join us? Our guest on the panel will be Liz Harvey, Big Mama's Althea Hamilton from Birmingham, and last week's competition winner, believe it or not, Phil Les Twins. Once again, you can get your links for that on facebook.com/15 minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudi Lickwood. And on Monday, the 22nd of February, I will be up close and personal with Paul Walters. Big on personal development.
Good morning. I've been leaving these video clips at the end of my day, but this morning I thought I would share this little bit with you. You are the creator of your life. So begin by intentionally creating your day. You're responsible for the results you intend. No excuses. Have an amazing day. I'll talk to you later.
That leads us nicely into the 24th of February, Wednesday. It's the Anything Goes podcast. And once a month, the Rants and Bants crew take over the platform because they understand the platform. This week, it'll be Natasha Vigel and also James Capone representing the Rants and Bants crew. So be careful. Red cards, you could get kicked off.
Yeah, some of the parents for know what you them are going with, you know. Don't allow you them to roam the street. Take responsibility for the youth them. You know what I'm doing tonight? You know what I'm going tonight?
Send them picnic to bed.
Rudi,
and I
time and red card, number red card. Let's have a proper shit. The Denise Francis Remember what? 3 more questions. Come on, people. 3 more questions.
And I'm waiting for red flag there.
Rudy, just ignore it, Rudy. Ignore.
Hold on. You just set me up.
How we can answer the question and everybody attack?
Shut up. You just want time to just keep thinking.
So,
open your mouth. You know what, countryman? Silence is loud.
Yes.
Silence is loud.
Yes.
That's just bits of women, isn't it? Bits of women. It's all women saying that.
I must say, first of all, those who are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to YouTube, our Anything Goes YouTube podcast. And then when we go live, you get notification.
The ex-soul man, he just go on too long. We didn't have to record that long.
They killed the tune, man. They destroyed a lot of pubescent thoughts that people had. You know what I mean? It's like if I do a joke for too long, yeah, it ain't funny anymore. Nobody's laughing. You understand? Nobody's laughing.
Say first of all, those who are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to YouTube, our Anything Goes YouTube podcast. And then when we go live, you get notification.
Record. Serious. My finger kind of twitchy right now. That's wrong with one. Hey, it looks like you're going to be washing Shuey's boxer shorts.
Okay. I can answer the question.
You're gonna, mate.
What a holy rubbish you're going with, Rudy. Can't take them things there. Can't take them things there. You know what it says down at the bottom? At the bottom it says, honest answers. Simple as.
Listen, when he comes out rude, right? We still want to know his answer.
Simple as. God have mercy. Come on.
We still want his answer.
Come on.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Basically, kick him out.
Basically, he got dashed with. Watch him come back in and start soaking. Watch. Oh
God. Oh God.
Why?
So many red cards.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ.
I've been promoted. I've been promoted to top floor now. Country, you've been demoted, mate.
Oh my God.
Been demoted, son.
Country, them cards are coming in, bro.
Every Wednesday, 10 till midnight.
You're gonna be watching
10 till we're done. Sure.
And that leaves us with this morning my weekly rant with my co-host Aston Matapha Jones, and Natasha Vigil will be joining us, and also Coach Astrid Pillips will be joining us, where we go through the weekly rants. If you've got something you want to rant about, right, you've got an hour this morning to join us, yeah? And we'll discuss it. We'll go through it. All right.
What you put me on this time of morning, you're going to scare everybody.
It was a cassette. You know when you had to push the pencil in between into the hole? Yes, man. And spin it.
Well, straight away, that's, you know,
Okay, 4 of us. Wow.
phone community wide. Are we the guinea pigs now?
I feel like when you are speaking up for yourself, it should be unapologetic and it should be honest. I think that we all.
So, for example, the West Indian community, there are many reasons reasons why they may not, and you can probably tell me more than I know. But I think part of it is that they're being asked to trust the same structures that have also contributed to their discrimination, their abuse, their trauma.
But in Ubuntu, we have programs that kind of look at identity, raising self-esteem, looking at our history, looking at...
Often when you watch the news and stuff, everyone's talking about race. And I'm just thinking, well, there's more than that. I know just having no dad and having to work out what it means to be a black man in the UK was a very, very difficult job.
So when we boycott these places, where are we going to go? What are we going to do? We're starting to put things in place now. Are we not falling into their traps? Or is this just the universe pushing us to shop with our own and make the money stay within our community?
You know, and if you ain't got enough to do it in your family, get 2 or 3 families together and start a business. You know, we've got to be thinking like that now, because unemployment is going to be rife.
Morning, good morning.
Grand risings. Grand risings.
I like that. So Aston said good rising. Coach Astrid says good morning. Natasha says good morning. How are we feeling? How are we feeling?
Boy, I'm needing this boost this morning. I'm needing it right now, man.
Well, the thing is that the first thing Toyin Adakala had to say is just getting ready to go to my bed and heard all this commotion and laughter. Medicine for the soul. It looked like you're in the right place to get some medicine for your soul, my friend.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
You know what I mean? Because it's not easy, man. It's not easy. I mean, I was going through my meds this morning, and Coach Astrid nearly put me to sleep. talking about close your eyes.
Release.
Imagine some warm water running down your back. Lord have mercy. Next thing I know, all I could hear was, what's going on? I'm thinking to myself, supposed to be waking me up.
Yeah.
Supposed to be waking me up.
It was a nice session, though. Nice session.
Was it? It was a
You
good session.
You need to give out that website, right, so that everybody can link onto that. You know, so you get a good head start to the day, bro. You need to do it, man.
Definitely. I do it on my Facebook page, on my personal Facebook page in the morning, so that any and everybody can come and join.
Okay.
And I do put out like a little, not a kind of advert as such of you know, just a reminder of that, you know, when I'm doing it and stuff like that. So it's every morning. Weekday morning 7:30 and weekends 8:30.
If you put it in the private chat, I'll scroll it across the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll see if I can share it.
In the private chat, we'll scroll it along the bottom there. So you had your meds as well this morning, Tash?
Yeah, I just did it by. Yeah, I kind of did it by chance. I was just kind of jumping on to see what Astrid was doing, because I remember something in the back of my mind and you saying it was every morning, so I thought, let me just jump on real quick, and everybody was on there, so it was lovely. It was so relaxing, but like you said, Rudi, it nearly took me the other way, man.
Yeah.
George Williams is saying the panel is looking lovely, and he's put up 4 love hearts. I'm assuming those love hearts are for the ladies.
Each to their own.
There's bro love, but now I say there's not bro love, you know what I mean? But I'm going to assume for now. All right, Georgie, because respect. Panel looking beautiful, as he said earlier on. I know that Juicy Julie was up bright and early. She was the first in the room, actually.
Yeah, man.
She was the first in the room, man.
Julie joined me as well this morning too, so she was the first one on.
Well done. Well, good morning, Juicy Julie. How
ain't it?
How
I want to do a big shout out going out to Liz Harvey. I got to do a big shout out. She shared one of my posts as she was feeding the horses this morning, because she's up there in Manchester. I do believe she's up there in Manchester each morning on the farm, you know, feeding the pigs. Is it pigs that you feed, or is it the chickens? I think it's chickens and pigs.
Yeah.
She feeds bright and early in the morning. So respect going out to Liz.
Love that.
Yeah.
I was having a mischievous thought then.
You was having a mischievous thought. Listen, man. Listen, I tell you, if anybody's getting up to mischief at the moment, right? I gotta say, yeah, that it's got to be Carl. Yeah, it's got to be Carl, because I said to Carl, day off, yeah. Carl tell me, say no, sir. Now working from my bed. He tell me, say, in my work from his bed. So I replied to him, leave your lady, let her sleep, because I work from it.
Oh wow!
And the worst thing about it, right? The worst thing about it was Aston followed up with,
right? Hey, and the thing is, I'm sitting there quiet, right, and laughing inside, and it's coming out, and I'm thinking just exactly the same thing.
Is it? I'm like, calm, man.
At least everything is working, you know. So
wow.
No,
yeah,
man,
hey,
you got to clean out the pipes. That's all I'm saying. Pipes need cleaning out. What?
Ew. Natural works, that one.
Apparently, it actually helps with prostate.
Yeah. You know, you got
work
work
with prostate.
You have to work their muscle there too. Yeah, man. Natural things, that man.
You see, when we start talking about man problems, they have an issue. Do you know what I mean? It's all right, them not talking about their thyroids and their what is it they go through? The change, the menopause. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But the moment we start talking about arting,
things now,
icky, hey, fair.
It's taboo. It's a taboo subject, which shouldn't be.
Man.
So.
No, it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, because
it's just as important. So yeah.
What is
definitely.
that? They say that there is an opposing word to menopause when it comes to men, isn't there? I can't remember what it was. Somebody told me there's a word. There's an actual word where they say we go through a change of some sort.
Your midlife crisis.
Midlife, yeah.
No, that's
the big M.
That's called
that's
just
a
called getting a younger
realization.
model. That's just called getting a younger model. You know what I mean? Upgraded.
Oh really? You think it's an upgrade? Really? Okay.
Yes, it's an upgrade. It's a definite upgrade.
This is why we don't talk about your things, because your things don't stand up straight.
Oh no!
It's
Morning, Nicola. How you doing, darling? I can't stay long. I need to get off to my radio show at 9 o'clock. All the best, mate. Thanks for that.
Man. Yeah. Good luck with that, Nicola.
Morning.
Yeah, man.
Good friend of Tina's, by the way. Just out of interest. Right, here we go. Just leaving the farm. Liz says that she's just leaving the farm at the moment. And Carl is basically telling everybody to mind their own business.
You go, Carl.
Telling everybody.
Don't be shy. We all play tennis in the morning.
Liking that.
Thanks
There
for
you
letting
go.
us. So we got Grace Campbell. Hello, Grace. How you doing? Good morning, darling. Good morning. Thanks for joining us this morning. It's the Rudi Lickwood. It's my weekly rant, basically. Where I don't know, whatever's been bugging you, whatever you know what I mean, whatever's really pissing you off, it's an opportunity for us to talk about. We've got Kevin's popped in from last week. Good morning, Vicar.
Hey, Kev.
Hi, Kev.
Oh, that was a good session. That was a really good session.
It was,
yeah.
It was an excellent session. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm surprised he never took a brick and lick Aston in the head with it. That's all.
You know what? Look. If you could talk real, you could talk real. And we was able to have a conversation that a lot of people would be kind of
hesitant,
uncomfortable with. But you know something, I'm a man that I feel to say I know myself, right?
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm not insulting with it. I just talk my truth, right? And I just wanted to hear his truth, right? Because you know what? When you know the reality of life and what it has been given to us over the years, right? You just want to know what's your view on it, because as far as I can see, you're standing on the other side of the fence, throwing the stones at us, right?
Yeah, but
and
I hear you. What was really nice was the way in which he was able to link it with society today, and also openly saying that the church did play its role. I mean, I've got a very interesting clip that I'd like to play. With regards to that in a sort of like roundabout way, but I think it will make a bit of sense when we let me try and bring it up. I think it'd be good actually. Just give us a sec. It's a 4-minute clip. It's the Ghana president. Dissy Marcon says Africa's diaspora to bring back wealth and stolen goods from the Europeans. But it's quite an interesting little talk he has.
Oh, is that with the French president?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's tell him straight. I loved it. I like the way how this brother move, you know. I like it. Yeah, man. Can't hear the. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Is it coming up? That's it.
So I think between you and us, our main task is the transformation of the continent. And why do I say so? Just one simple example. The Chinese diaspora is supposed to be some 16 million people. And in the table of states that constitute the 25th country in the world, they're saying that of the 52 billion foreign investment that went into China in the 80s and 90s that transformed China into what it is today, the manufacturing hub of the world, 50% of that, 26%, came from the Chinese overseas community. And that development of China that has taken place has changed the status and the position of Chinese all over the world. So I want you to take those statistics very seriously, because that is the transformative. I think that the things that have brought us here today tell us a lot about the development of our continent of Africa. I'm beginning by saying that the place of the diaspora, the status of people in the diaspora, of the African diaspora, is intimately linked with what happens on the continent. And Africa strong and performing transforms your position and your status here in Europe. But an Africa which continues to live the narrative of poverty, hungry children, people who going across the Sahara, going in rickety boats and dying in Lampedusa to get to Europe. That Africa is not a narrative that is going to help you over here. So I think between you and us, our main task is the transformation of the continent. And why do I say so? Just one simple example. The Chinese diaspora is supposed to be some 16 million people. and in the table of states that constitute the 25th country in the world. They're saying that of the 52 billion foreign investment that went into China in the 80s and 90s that transformed China into what it is today, the manufacturing hub of the world, 50% of that, 26%, came from the Chinese overseas community. And that development of China that has taken place has changed the status and the position of Chinese all over the world. So I want you to take those statistics very seriously, because that is the transformative connection that we want to make with the African diaspora. How to implicate it in the development of the continent. Once we change the narrative about Africa, and we can only do it ourselves, we have to get away from the idea that there's some Father Christmas somewhere who's going to come and develop our continent for us. There is no such Father Christmas. There's just us who are going to be able to develop our continent. So once that mentality is our mentality, then we have to do it ourselves. Then our relations with other people become that much more structured and punctilious, if you like. Our relations with France, our relations with Europe. Our relations with Europe is a natural one. You look at the geography of the world, Africa and Europe are natural partners. There's just this small strip of water, the Mediterranean, that separates the two of us. So when you look at that, and you look also at the history of that has gone on between Africa and Europe, that is a natural relationship and a natural alliance, but a relationship that has to be different from the relationship that we've had up to now. Why do I say so? That relationship has enriched Europe, but has not enriched Africa. So we need to change that dynamic. And we can only do it by ourselves taking the correct measures for our future.
Did you like or hate what you heard? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want more candid speeches like this, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.
I found that quite interesting.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. That was a few years ago now.
Okay.
Right.
Was it? Okay.
And you know what? I one thing I was very glad about is that the French president did not interject in when he was making that statement.
Yeah, but how could he? How could he surround him with all them black people there in front of him? He ain't. Next thing you know, a spear come lick him in
Frog's legs. Frog's legs.
There's no way.
No,
but it's just interesting the way that history has actually caught up with our European cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, for me, it's interesting that these heads can actually really start talking about this stuff openly without fear of being excluded from even going on those type of channels, you know. So
yeah.
Well, the thing is that every time they stood up, a bomb came down. You know, I mean, Kevin has just, he said something. I mean, their economy is so tied to Europe.
A heavy percentage.
Yeah, that's where all their money's going, all their resources are going. You know, their birth certificates are all linked up to them out there. You know, but these things are starting to be untied, and it's the way now in which we're starting to adopt that philosophy in terms of the way that we're starting to move. I mean, for example, with the work that you're actually doing at the moment, Natasha, with the Black Million campaign. I mean, if you could tell people a bit about that.
Yeah, great. I mean, you know, the Black Million campaign was created primarily to give Black Wall Street London its own premises. So Black Wall Street London is an Afrocentric exhibition marketplace and basically business development hub for Black entrepreneurs. And we're spreading the message of collaboration is key to our success, just like everybody else is doing good things. It's funny because you had a clip earlier, Rudi, in one of your adverts where King was saying about if you're one family and you can't make it work in regards to business, get
Yes.
together with 2, 3, 4 families.
That's right.
And
That's
you know,
right.
I'm proud to say that is what we are doing on this platform, Rudy. We've just started our collaboration. You know,
That's
for the
right.
next 24-hour live event. We're going with not just one entity, which was Black Wall Street London. We're bringing together Rudi Lickwood and the entire clan tribe that he comes with, and Black Business Recommendations. So just from 1 month to the next, look at what we've done. 3 entities coming together to make one empire.
Yeah, because we actually joined there for the last hour, if I'm correct. Astrid, the night when she did her 24-hour marathon, and she was holding her eyeballs open with matchsticks.
Yes.
Well done. Well done. Yeah.
I think, Rudy, you got the wrong end of the last end of the stick then, because I haven't even finished doing the edits yet. That's how late I am, 2 weeks later. And I must have just been talking some bull, man, because at some point it was just like running on empty. So thank you so much for coming in and seeing us through that last leg, because it was everything. And you, Astrid, you were on there. You did a great meditation, live meditation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was everything as well. So yeah, we're talking about the collab. So the Black Million aside, you know, messages like the you know, the president of Ghana is getting through.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's filtering down to everybody now. It's starting to filter down, you know. And I sense that feeling of people coming together, and I sense that feeling of people wanting to work together. It's just so long
I
as we
think
go.
it's the fear that's now going, because I think we wanted to do that for so long, but we just didn't have the courage to actually verbalize that, because we're worried about what other people think and what they're going to say and all of that kind of thing. And that's part of why I do what I do, is to encourage people to think more positively and be more verbal about what they're saying and what they're thinking, and actually, you know, as Tash said, working together to get things done. If we work together, we're stronger together.
That I agree. I think the George Floyd situation, believe it or not, it enabled us, and it also enabled Middle England to stop using that "you've got a chip on your shoulder" thing. To begin to accept that, you know what, white privilege is not.
It's real.
It's real. Yes.
You know, and I think it's them actually joining ranks with us. That has enabled our voices to come through. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm getting sick and tired of seeing so much black people on TV now. It's starting to piss me off. Too much of them, man. Too much of them. I switch it on. There's a granddad talking about drinking Nescafe. I'm like, what the raw? What? I mean, I'm thinking, all these black people on TV, these poor white people ain't got no more work. What's going on? It's like we are take over, but it's not. I mean, we only represent 0.3% of the population.
Exactly.
You know, and
it's not that they can fix what's happened over the years in one fell swoop, right? They may be basically throwing everything at the fan.
Everything at it,
you know, but it's not going to fix the undertone of what's happening. I mean, look what's happened with their new quarantine regulations now.
Right.
Just going through that list, 90% of those are of black orientation destinations. Right? Come on. And where did it actually originate from? No.
Well, I mean, we can openly state that it was China and America who brought that thing, the COVID into existence. They actually brought it into existence between them. Do you know what I mean? And if people stop and think about how much money was spent in July when vaccines were actually being ordered and stockpiled, right? And now you're wondering why there's been this big push, right? Where they're now saying that people under the age of 40 will soon be able to get the vaccine. I'm like, you lot are just trying to clear the shelves.
Exactly. Get your money's worth. Get your money's worth.
You know, and it's because I don't really want to dwell too much on what's going on with the COVID and what have you, because I know that there's a lot going on, but it's not something that we can ignore, unfortunately, because it's jab for jobs now.
Jab for jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I still think that the ultimate agenda is to get everybody vaccinated. So for me, it's not about them trying to clear backstock. That's the agenda anyway. You know, now they're talking about kids between 5 and 17.
Yeah,
I heard popping up.
Yeah, I mean, they are actually talking now about parents who will have to test their children for COVID at least twice a week. Yeah. Carl Bassett is saying that in Newport, a nursing home is considering banning staff if they refuse to take the vaccine without a medical reason. What do you mean without a medical? Why do you want to push something into my body that I don't really want? Especially if you know, I personally, I don't even trust the tests. That's me. That's Rudi. I'm not speaking on behalf of anybody on the panel. I'm not speaking on behalf of anybody who may be watching. Yeah. But I'm still dubious of the whole thing. You know. I mean, I want my mother to go back to Guyana, you know what I mean, where she's going to be warm and her blood can run properly instead of in this environment. We know what happens to the elder generation if they stay here too long. You know, you know, a lot of them want to go home, leave us here at Christmas time and come back in July. You know what I mean?
Yeah, interesting stuff. I think even the test, like you said, I was reading up on you know, the swabs having, you know, microbioisms or whatever it is you call to do the same thing that the actual vaccine is doing. So you sniff it, you inhale it in, and it goes into your bloodstream, and it's the same thing that's happening. It's another way of control. You know, the racism now, the race wars, it's diluted because families are integrated, and you know, just naturally that whole segregation thing is filtering out. So it's another way of control. You know, control through the vaccines and the anti-vaccines now.
And I agree with Belinda. It's all seems to be very experimental for me anyway, because these new strains that are consistently coming out every week or every other week, there's a new South Africa. If it's not South Africa, then it's going to be in China or some other part of Europe or whatever. So, and then all of a sudden you can come up with you can't even fix the cancer. You can't fix a common cold, but you
Yep.
And those things have been around a lot longer.
Yeah. I mean, look at the flu jab. 80 years or so it's been on the market, and it's still not doing its job.
No, it's not. It's not. And that's why I don't take the flu jab. I look after myself through what I put in my body. I don't, as much as possible. I can't even remember the last time I took any sort of pharmaceutical. It's been years, because I'm very careful about what I put in my body. And I put in my body what is going to keep me healthy.
Take every year.
And even if I have a headache or whatever, I still don't take anything for it. It has to be really bad. And I don't have headaches that often anyway.
So when he says, darling, what you say? You don't have no headache, you know.
I don't have a headache. And I will leave it there.
I choose not to. It's my choice.
I'll tell you something that did piss me off this week is, do you ever feel to yourself sometimes it's always good to go just a little extra mile, right? Somebody crashed into my mum's car last week, and but fortunately the guy who crashed into it, he had just left his garage. The guy who is not his mechanic, is repairer, and he said to my mum that she can go to this guy and he will sort out her car, right? And so she went, and so said, so done. His name was Percy, by the way. And Percy looked round the car and he goes, well, if he says it can be repaired, then I will repair it. I said, all right, then, cool. So I took him around the other side of the car, yeah? And I said, you know what? Seeing as you're working on the car, yeah, take care of all down the side here as well, yeah? So he said to me, well, if I'm going to do that, yeah, that's going to cost you like $450, yeah? Now, this is $450 I ain't even planning on spending, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not even thinking about spending that. But I thought, you know what? I want my mum. I love my mum. You know, and I said, you know what? Do the thing. Just do the thing, yeah? So he went, all right then. So I went to pick up the car, yeah? And he did the work where the man licked the car, right? He did it all down the side. And at the front bumper, right? You know, like sometimes when you're driving the car and you graze the front. Yeah, was you could see that the paint there was grazed off. So all around the car is Chris, apart from this little graze at the front. But I said to him, Percy, man, Percy, seriously, are you going to give me the car back like this? He goes, well, the thing is, right, is that, well, that's going to cost you, isn't it? It's going to be a little bit more. I went, Percy, man.
No. That's not right.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
That's not.
Gone are the days. Gone are the days.
First of all, right, the man caused the accident, right? So even if you say, all right, there's a little piece more, just add that to his bill too.
That's what I'm looking at, because I'm thinking you're getting paid by one of your clients to repair a car. A car you didn't. Somebody has just walked in and they put $450 in your pocket, yeah. And you can't. Just the little front there, you're going to leave out the front there and then try and squeeze me again.
Oh, that's not right, man. That's not right. That's not
right. You know
right.
what? That goes back to, I remember my mum saying to me, it doesn't matter what job you are doing, you do that job with passion and at 100%. It's almost as if that story has been untold now. You know, it's people are just hungry and greedy, and you know what? Anyhow, you can get a little penny in extra. Let's go that way. You know, it's the old school way of thinking, whereby, you know, if I saw that, Rudy, I would have said, you know what, to make the car look crisp, so I look good, so my reputation.
That's what I looked at it. I felt like going to him. I felt like going back to him and go, you know who I am? You know what? I'm going to talk about you, rude boy. I'm going to talk about you. You're in Wilson. You're in Belton Road. You understand what I'm saying? Just round the corner from St. Andrew's School. You're disgusting. You are disgusting, bro.
Name and shame.
Proper. I should have all taken a picture of him to write it and put him on screen and make everybody see him. Just out him. Totally out him. I was like, I couldn't believe it. At the time I was talking to Juicy Julie, yeah? Yeah. Oh, you see, look, she that's why she opened. She's like, wow, Aston, because ask her one piece of swearing I dropped on the phone. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I thought teeth ain't the word, you know. Teeth ain't the word. Teeth ain't the card. Teeth ain't the word, man. I was like, because it weren't
then again, watch out now. Then again, there's that. Remember that they used to have the thing of where people used to stop in front of you and back up into you and say you licked them.
Oh yeah.
And they claim insurance and their ways there too, right? So be mindful.
I hear that, but this was somebody hit my mum's car. The guy got out of his van and he said, "Go and see Percy." He does a lot of work for me. Yeah. So we went and saw Percy. So he's getting paid by Percy and he's getting paid by me, and plus you're gonna leave out the piece of the bumper there. I'm thinking, the car looked crisp until you look at the bumper piece looking at you like this.
What less? Oh dear.
Because
but you know what? It's about changing people's mindset. They've got to understand it's not about grabbing every single penny. It's about building your reputation.
That's
so you get more business, and people don't understand that.
That's exactly
people don't understand that.
I was like, because believe it or not, I would have tossed him an extra £60 or £70 if I had just come back and seen everything was nice. Because then you leave feeling nice. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You actually leave feeling nice. But he left me bitter.
Oh Lord!
Clearly.
He left me. We didn't even
guessed.
We I just said, just give me the car keys, and I just, you know what I mean? And then I start cuss, and then I'm like, oh, sorry, Julie, I didn't mean to cuss you. I weren't cussing you. You know what I mean?
Poor Julie.
Yeah, she got the brunt of it, man. And I was like, nah.
But look at it on the other side as well. You are grown enough to walk out of there and just cuss, you know, because there would have been a day where I'm sure you didn't even get out of there.
Because as just said, right, you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to change people's mindset. Back in the day, when I changed it with a cricket bat, right? That's how I changed your mindset. When I lick some sense in his head, because I've always been told I've been taught, like, leave the place better than the way you found it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Leave it better than how you found it. And how you found it. And then it's like more will come back to you.
Yeah.
You know? But I just felt like, boy, you must have got this wrong. Because I thought, because Percy, obviously Percy was a brother. That's what I say.
Oh man,
that's what I say. Let me tell you something, Percy. You must know.
I knew that's what you were going to say.
Oh man,
I knew that's what you were going to say. From the time you said about what happened, I knew that's what you were going to say. Because we always do that. Worse. We always do that, and it's so frustrating.
Worse.
Yeah.
So I've got to be honest with you. I thought it was the other way around. I thought in my mind, I thought this must have been a white tea.
No,
exactly.
No. It's Percy,
man.
From the time you said
you should
Percy,
take a photo of him. Yeah,
it was like,
That's what I'm saying.
Fix up.
I was like, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, bruv, you know what I mean? Do you know? Can you imagine how many people I would have talked to or spoken to if he had done a really
good job?
Just done, and because then it's like he's gone the extra mile for me, and I've been like, whoa,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would have made such a big difference.
Obviously, he didn't recognize you, brother. He didn't recognize who he was dealing with.
I know who you were. You didn't tell him.
You recognize. Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna edit this down. Or I'm gonna send it to his phone. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send this clip to his phone.
Message to
Percy. Yeah.
Please. Fix up yourself, man.
Yeah.
Fix up yourself. What are you doing?
Could you please, Astrid? Could you please have a word with Percy? A quick word.
I could do that.
Natasha, could you please have a word? Could you please have a word with? Because he's going to see this. I'm going to edit it down. I've got his WhatsApp. Yeah, and I will send him the file. Make him see all the comments that run up in there calling him.
I don't like to walk with scuffed shoes. Yeah, I fix up the shoes. Them. Fix up your works, man. What do you? Fix up your works. Reputation, everything. Oh, come on, man.
You're going to do something, do 100% and a little extra.
That's what I'm saying. But the thing is,
100%
at least even say, all right, then, if I'm going to do that, let me fix up the whole thing and I'll give you a price for that. Yeah.
But wait, is this Percy's fault or is this the garage's fault?
No, this is what I was just about to answer Phil, because she says, but a lot of people just there for 9 till 5 and that. No pride in their job anymore. No help at all. Job's worth.
Yeah.
Happy in business.
Yeah.
Happy is his business. It's his garage.
Yeah.
He's not working.
The thing is,
working
even
for
if
himself.
it's not his business, it doesn't matter. You as an individual take pride in what you do.
Yeah.
Build your reputation for what you do.
It's
about doing that little bit extra or seeing something else that somebody else hasn't seen to be done and doing that, because that's what's going to build your reputation. Whether you own the business or not, you take pride in what you do.
And the recommendations. If you're making recommendations, make sure they're kosher, 100%.
Exactly.
You know, mistakes happen, but we got to come better.
Well, the mistake Percy's made. Man, I'm gonna talk out your business, you guys. The mistake Percy's made is he's giving me his wife's phone number, right? Because she had to send the invoice to me, so she will also see the liquor recording. that's gonna come back and bite him.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it, man. I was fuming, man. I was fuming, you know what I mean? But then once I stepped on the drive and then I came through the door and I'm like, when mum sees her car, do you know what I mean? That's all that was on my edge, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's work to be done, guys. There's work to be done. You know what I mean? We're claiming on the other side of the fence, but on our side as well, we need to tidy up the garden.
We do, because the thing is, we used to consistently talk about the restaurants, Caribbean restaurants, right?
Yeah.
That there was no such thing as we would customer service.
What's that?
Yeah, what is what? If you did say you want 2 patty, you should have tell me say that I want 2 patty. Now you have to walk back there, so get the patty and come back, give you 2. But you want dumpling now. You couldn't tell me when we was over there. Say you didn't want a dumpling. Now you say and you want saltfish. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Actually, the interpretation of that is cost them and serve them too.
Yeah.
I love that.
That is a new one. That's a new one. Cost them and serve them too.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
I think my only issue with claiming off the insurance is the no claims and plus your policy goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cost goes up. Yeah.
Because even when they say that you can protect your no claims, you can protect your no claims bonus. Yeah, policies still go up. I don't know what experience you guys have had because I'm sure we're all drivers.
Boy, listen, the amount of insurance money I'm paying is ridiculous. I'm thinking that I'm a teenager to still.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right. Why? How much speeding ticket you have? How much speed?
No. I've had my fair share of incidences.
Is it?
Right?
Okay.
But it doesn't justify the amount that I'm paying on my insurance, man. But you know what? At least I can drive in peace and quiet. So
what you do? Are you making reference to the Jag? You're making reference to the Jag that push out enough CO2 or whatever they call it coming out.
Hear what? I'll even smoke a fake cigar just to rub it in your face a bit more.
Wow.
This is what I mean, Astrid. I was talking the other day about guys and taking out their dicks and sword fighting. Yeah, it's an ego thing. Aston would go all the way to smoking a fake cigar.
Because I don't smoke, but just to...
over a car, you know.
Over a car.
Yeah, but you know what I like about cars? They don't answer back. That's what I like about they don't.
That's boring. If they don't answer back, that's boring, right?
Well, why you think that's boring?
You want the challenge.
You notice how they get rubbed down regular on a Sunday.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, but nobody wants that type of caressing, that hard type of caressing.
Right?
You don't want to
It's
be
not even gentle. It's hard.
Trust me, there's some man there who feel very satisfied when they polish off them.
Polish up your English.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Astrid, they're taking us there. Don't let them take us there, man.
It's too late. You're in the gutter already. It's too late. You're in the gutter.
Well, they're talking about Kiar.
It's you with your filthy mind, darling. Yeah. Go clean out the carburetor.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
There you go.
I only go hire a car when I need it.
Okay.
You know what? It's actually more economically viable to
That's right.
Exactly. So I don't have to worry about road tax and insurance and petrol and if I get hit by somebody, I ain't gonna worry about all of that. I just gotta hire the car when I need it. I'm take it back.
So
No. Listen, I admit it is an absolute. If I'm living in London, right?
I was about to say that
it's an absolute luxury.
I was just about to say that. Compared to most transport systems around the world, as much as we complain that our trains arrive every 3 minutes or so, right?
Actually, in a hotel.
You know what I mean? I mean, there are some places where the train don't arrive for the next 27 years. You understand what I'm saying? It's a joke. I read it somewhere in a newspaper only the other day. The next train will arrive in 27 years. That's what I read.
What about convenience, though, Astrid?
I'll be honest with you. Where I live, I've got overhead trains. I've got tube. I've got buses. Everything is within walking distance of where I live. So there is no point in having a car because all it will do is sit outside my house and gather dust. Because I can't park nowhere, or if I park, the parking's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's true.
So I might as well get public transport because it will drop me exactly where I need to go.
But the only problem that I find with public transport, right, is you end up spending extra money on deodorant because the amount of armpit that you have to spray. Right? Because it tink in there, it tink.
Rudy, why do you think I have this with me? I spray it.
I just have a vision of Rudy walking with an incense stick. There's a...
It looks like a wallet, right? So I just go spraying everywhere.
I saw one brother actually do this, and he did get clapped. He got clapped hard, right? he literally sprayed somebody's armpit. My man get two lick across his face. I'm like, yes, I was busting.
Well, you can imagine that person going home now, and then obviously the partner just look at them and say, "Yo, I don't know them perfume there. What are you dealing with? What are you dealing with? Oh, well, what are there, sir?"
Pros and cons.
There are. I mean, like Sharon is saying, the parking is ridiculous. Parking charges are ridiculous. I mean, there are what is it you got to put the money in when you park? There are parking meters that earn more per hour. That earn more per hour than the minimum wage.
Yes.
Right.
Of course.
Closer into London you get, the more expensive it is.
Oh yeah.
That's the worst thing you can do is look out of your office where you're working hard and see a parking meter earning more than you.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also the supermarkets now. I mean, I'm in Devon, and you don't go to a supermarket here and have to pay to go and buy their product.
Yeah, but you go to a warehouse. That's what you do. Yeah. You go to a warehouse. You stuck up in it. Come on, honey, back up the lorry. Back up the lorry. Innit? Three case of beans. Everything is packages, isn't it? You buy boxes. You don't buy one and one.
But Tash, there's nothing wrong with doing that anyway, is there?
Thank you.
Because then you've got everything you need. You don't run out of nothing and have to run to the shop.
That's right. I'm not sitting on the toilet looking to wipe me and reaching and there's no everything in bulk.
Yes.
I'm spraying people.
Donna Ben, you are out of order. Oh
man. That's wrong.
Sometimes it's got to be done.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's got to be done.
But it's the smaller people you got to feel sorry for. Any natural mistake. Height deficient is the worst on public transport. Smelling the armpits and armpits and bottom all day. Jesus. Can't be right, man. Can't be right.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
I suppose when you're short like me.
That's why you got the wallet thing.
But it's got better now because you can't sit next to nobody. And you can't have anyone like this. It's all good because they only let so many people on the buses now and so many people's on the train and all that kind of stuff. So it's good.
You know something, Tasha? I wouldn't take that kind of abuse from Carl because he lives in Devon. He lives in Newport. He lives in Cardiff, right?
Cardiff.
Yeah.
Carhall?
Him live in Newport. Him live in Newport. Devon, share country. Him I call you country, you know. Here's the man who lives in the valleys. The moment he opens his mouth, there's an echo. There's so much space.
Listen, for me, living in Devon is just about having more for your buck. You know, I wouldn't be able to live in not trying to toot my own horn, but a 5-bedroom house in London for the same price as a 1-bedroom.
No, you're right. Exactly. And I think the way the world has shrunk due to the way that people are working from home now, you know, there is no need for all of that extra that extra cost, as well as the cost in time. You know, I mean, some people are traveling all 2 hours to work and 2 hours home. That's 4 hours.
Madness.
You know what I mean? And that's 5 days a week.
Yeah.
You know, you add that up. That up throughout a whole year. You know, you spent 6 months just traveling.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Which is not the best way to go. But the thing is that we have run out of time, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Oh wow,
yes.
you're joking.
No, I'm serious. We have run out. You see, now the thing is, right? When it was just me and Aston, time used to drag. But when you get no, I don't mean it in a negative enough. I don't mean it in a negative. I don't mean it in a negative. What I'm trying to say is the moment it was you who said, you know what, Rudi, we need to balance this up. You know, we need to.
No, it's true.
You need to get some ladies on the platform.
Right.
Yeah, and I think we must have spoken about 25% of the time, maybe even 10 or 15. You know what I mean? And them two swallow up the rest of the time. Yeah.
Well, that's all good, right?
And now you're wondering where the time gone. You see, downstairs, the time gone downstairs. That's where it gone. That's where it gone. It gone downstairs. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in with us.
Yeah,
another rant for the week. I'm sure we will catch up with Coach Astrid again, and I'm 100% sure we'll also catch up with Tasha. Catch Tasha tomorrow on 15 Minutes with DJ Countryman and myself. I believe you're popping in. Yeah,
well done.
I've got quite a show for you. Please do check out the promos, okay? And you know what I forgot to do, Coach Astrid? You should have cussed me, man. The thing is that
I wasn't on the promo.
No.
Call him out like Percy.
No, you are in the promo. You are.
Sure about that?
You are in the promo.
Because I was looking.
You are in the promo. Astrid will be doing mindset meditation tomorrow morning at, is it 8:30 or 9:30? 8:30. Okay, so please pop onto her page and get all those goodies
on my Facebook page. Just look up Astrid. You'll see the picture of me. You can't miss me.
No, a head
with my short hair.
Can't miss it.
Natural woman, that man.
Exactly. I got rid of all the false nails. I got rid of all the extensions in my hair. Everything just natural. This is me.
Beautiful.
Free living.
Beautiful. I love that, Astrid. This is another topic of conversation. I wish we had more time, man.
Nothing like dancing with a young lady and a lock ends up coming off in your hand. No worse than that. But
Rudi, can I just clarify?
Of course you can.
Is it Phil on tomorrow?
Phil will be joining us.
I don't think I'm on tomorrow.
I'm sure I've got you down for tomorrow.
I'm there if there's space.
Hold on, let me check the diary.
Let me check
the diary. You know,
let's talk about Percy.
Let me check the diary. It's Althea. I do apologize. It is Althea. Althea's in Birmingham. Big Mama with the hair products. It's you're correct. That you've corrected me. You're definitely. It's Althea will be there. Liz will be there as well tomorrow. She's going to leave the chickens alone.
No, she would have been and come back already.
No, I think she got a hand up a cow at the moment. I don't know. I think they're breeding. I don't know. Yeah. Liz will be joining us. Althea will be joining us. We've got Peter Francis coming in. He'll be talking about his new book. And we will be talking to a young lady. Oh my God, her name was right on the tip of my tongue, man. Wait, let me just go back. Fill you guys with the right information. Jasmine. She runs a program similar to X Factor, but she's tied it up with the NHS, and she's also tied it up with the police. So she's really got some really solid sponsors behind her. She's going to be going around on a bus, all 32 boroughs in London. And this thing's going to be happening at the end of March. It'll be like an X Factor thing. So that's going to be quite interesting to hear what she's got to say, because she's going to be using the 15 minutes on the Saturdays to tell us what she's getting up to and what she's doing. And in the we haven't forgot you. Look at her, our competition winner. Look at her. Me. What about me? I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. No, Rudy, it's Liz. It's Liz. Look at that. That's because she's red. Do you know what I mean? You've seen the promos. That's what it is. But Aston, how is your week going to pan out next week, my friend?
Well, boy, you know what? I'm just gonna get through it. Get through it, man. Get through it. Restart. Actually, I will say that I'm following this one here, the Metadata. Okay, so I'm gonna be going through that, and also stepping up my yoga as well. And we're gonna be doing some serious things this next week with the show. Actually, I got the show on Thursday on galaxyofthewee.com, so you can join me. What time? 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Okay, so you can join me on that, discussing all things on a personal development nature in that way there, and we're just going to be stepping up the program, really, you know. Really,
okay. Well, you've heard it all, ladies and gentlemen.
One more thing, right?
Yes.
Peace be your journey, Uroy.
Oh yes. Oh, you know what? I am going to give us a little bit more time, yeah, because I don't want to leave this till next week. That we should pay him some respect, actually.
Yeah,
Zugu zing.
Yeah,
show me. Say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This
Brother, you
is
right.
a man who deserves a hell of a lot of respect.
Yes, I tell you. Wow. Thank you. Yeah. Brother, you're right.
Make sure the message I reach them.
Yes. Boom. Just it.
Unfortunately died in Jamaica on Wednesday night, the 17th of February. Preliminary reports are that he suffered an heart attack. He was 78 years old. Uroy, born Ewart Beckford on the 21st of September 1942, grew up in the Jonestown area of Kingston. The great man is credited with popularizing the art of toasting on reggae rhythms in the early days of dancehall, when sound systems were king. Uroy was influenced by early toaster Count Machuki and started his professional career as a DJ in 1961 on Dickie Wong's sound system, originally called Dr. Dickie's, which was later changed to Dickie's Dynamic. He later moved to Sir George Atomic Sound System. Beckford then worked on Sir Coxsone Dodd's sound system, where he ran the number 2 set, while Kingset ran the main set. Also known as the originator, he emerged at a period when reggae music and its now hugely popular offspring dancehall was frowned upon by the wider society and was seen as the music of the uneducated and the uncultured. In 1970, John Holt, who was the lead vocalist of the Paragons at the time, heard Beckford toasting a Hugh Creed track at a dance. Holt recommended Uroy, and soon after an informal recording deal was arranged. His Way to Town and Wear You to the Ball, featuring John Holt, were huge hits, and he followed up with several other chartbusters, including Creation Rebel, Chalice in the Palace, and Dread in a Band.
Now we the other people. I've got a musical disc like in a voodoo village. I can play musical disc with strings.
The success of Dread in a Band led to a series of Tony Robinson-produced albums. Naturally in 1976, Rasta Ambassador in 1977, and Just Son of Africa in 1978. Beckford's international popularity led to the album Natty Rebel being released in 1976 on Virgin's imprint Frontline label in Nigeria, as well as in France and on Virgin and Polydor. He was also the owner of the Sturgraph sound system, which nurtured the careers of veteran DJs such as Charlie Chaplin, Josie Wales, among others. In 1980, the pop group Blondie had a worldwide hit with the reggae track The Tide Is High, which prompted Virgin to re-release the original Paragons track from the 1967 and the 1971 U-Roy version as a single that year. U-Roy's most recent album is Pray for the People, which was released in 2012. In 2007, he was awarded the Order of Distinction by the government of Jamaica for musical exploits.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So can I look around and see you put on this crown? Order of goods! Yeah! To the godfather of the music, to the father who set it. We're foundational. Big up Shabala. We're aspirational. We're inspirational. One and only the greatest DJ of all time. God, right.
Yeah, man. Stand in.
Thank you for watching. Like the video before you go. Please subscribe
Okay,
if you
man.
haven't done so. And remember to share the video.
Standing ovation, that man.
He deserves it, man. He deserves it. He deserves it. You know what I mean?
Standing ovation, my brother. Yeah, man.
All I remember is listening next to the gram and not understanding the goddamn word the man was saying. But got to pay
Wake
tribute
up
to
and
that.
tell the people them there. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. I tell you, when I recall going to where's the place again now? It was over in East London there, and Stereograph, and then the brother just come there and he just lift up the place with just his lyrics alone.
Okay.
You know, there was Professor Nuts and Lieutenant Stitchy.
Okay.
And why when that man just come there, he come with a little undertone, but when he come on and then he put them lyrics down on everything, everybody just say, yeah, it's like a massage on your back. Tell you, the man is just got
He didn't send us back to sleep. In other words, Coach Astrid.
No.
Funny.
Yes, we know. Yes, we know.
You keep going, Rudy. Keep going.
I will. But anyway, people, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
20th of February, that's 15 minutes with Rudi Lickwood and DJ Countryman. That's myself. Morning Tiz was for adults.
15 minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudi Lickwood. Saturday morning mayhem with two entertainment heavyweights.
Morning, darling.
Hey, everyone. Hey, Alice.
So, I'm going to ask.
My internet's awful.
Join them with interviews.
What about them telephones? Come on.
Comedy and quizzes.
Okay.
Somebody was born in Harlem.
DJ Willie 254.
Like from the same race, but one family. You got to scratch what kind of blood do you see? Just say I love you and you for me.
Sit high twice, goodbye. Sit high 3 times.
You gone.
Sound the
He's on, man.
15 minutes with Rudi Lickwood and DJ Countryman. Saturday mornings, gonna be the same again.
Incredible.
On that day, believe it or not, I'll be featuring Jasmine Dale. She's the hair educator and COE and founder member of Hearts of Talent. Okay, that's a platform that unlocks and unleashes artistic skills in song, dance, music, spoken word, and filmmaking. And that's a massive, this is going to be a massive competition that's taking place. Comedian Peter Francis will also be joining us. He'll be talking about his latest book launch, Tell Us About the Consequences. So why not come in and join us? Our guest on the panel will be Liz Harvey, Big Mama's Althea Hamilton from Birmingham, and last week's competition winner, believe it or not, Phil Les Twins. Once again, you can get your links for that on facebook.com/15 minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudi Lickwood. And on Monday, the 22nd of February, I will be up close and personal with Paul Walters. Big on personal development.
Good morning. I've been leaving these video clips at the end of my day, but this morning I thought I would share this little bit with you. You are the creator of your life. So begin by intentionally creating your day. You're responsible for the results you intend. No excuses. Have an amazing day. I'll talk to you later.
That leads us nicely into the 24th of February, Wednesday. It's the Anything Goes podcast. And once a month, the Rants and Bants crew take over the platform because they understand the platform. This week, it'll be Natasha Vigil and also James Capone representing the Rants and Bants crew. So be careful. Red cards, you could get kicked off.
Yeah, some of the parents for know why you them are going with, you know. Don't allow you them to roam the street. Take responsibility for the youth them. You know what I'm doing tonight? You know what I'm going tonight?
Send them picnic to bed.
Rudi,
and I
time and red card, number red card. Let's have a proper show. The Denise Francis. Remember what? 3 more questions. Come on, people. 3 more questions.
And I'm waiting for a red flag there.
Rudi, just ignore it, Rudi. Ignore it. How we can answer the question and everybody attack?
Shut up! You just want time to just keep thinking.
So,
open your mouth. You know what, countryman? Silence is loud.
Yes.
Is loud.
Yes. That's just bits of women, isn't it? Bits of women. It's all women saying that.
I must say, first of all, those who are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to YouTube, our Anything Goes YouTube podcast. And then when we go live, you get the notification.
That ex-soul man, he just go on too long. We didn't play record that long.
They killed the tune, man. They destroyed a lot of pubescent thoughts that people had. You know what I mean? It's like if I do a joke for too long, yeah, it ain't funny anymore. No nobody's laughing. You understand? Nobody's laughing.
Say first of all, those who are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to YouTube, our Anything Goes YouTube podcast. And then when we go live, you get the notification.
Red card. Serious.
My finger kind of twitchy right now. That's why with one.
Hey, it looks like you're going to be washing Shuey's boxer shorts.
Okay. I can answer the question.
You're gonna, mate.
What how old is our rubbish? You're going with Rudy.
Wow!
How old is our rubbish? You're can't take them things there. Can't take them things there. You know what it says down at the bottom? At the bottom it says honest answers. Simple as.
Listen, when he comes out rude, right? We still want to know his answer.
Look at this. Simple as. God have mercy. Come on.
We still want his answer.
Come on.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Basically, kick him out.
Basically, he got dashed with. Watch him come back in and start soaking. What?
Oh God. Oh God.
Why?
So many red cards.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ.
I've been promoted. I've been promoted to top floor now. Country, you've been demoted, mate.
Oh my
been
God.
Demoted, son.
Country, them cards are coming in, bro.
Every Wednesday, 10 till midnight.
You're gonna be watching.
10 till we're done. Sure.